Hi, today is going to be an important lesson, and I insist you listen to this. So, I'm taking, this video is going to be about how to desaturate a color. You might find bright colors like this, but if you like muddy palette, the more earthier tones, or just more warmer palettes, not the vibrant ones, this video is for you. And also you will be, even if you don't like the warm colors or the muddy colors, this exercise and the lesson I'm going to teach you now will be really useful for using midtones and the darker tones like this on the same subject. Like, even if you're painting a vibrant subject, it has the muddiest part, I mean the desaturated part, which is on the shadow area. So this exercise, the lesson I'm going to teach you now, is really important. So I hope you listen. And I have already done this with desaturating the yellow and the red. I have already done that in my sketchbook. So I wanted to demonstrate another primary color. Those two are the primaries I have done for lemon yellow and cadmium red hue. I have desaturated and then applied into the sketchbook. I'll just attach that image along with this post if you want to refer back. But this is how I do that intensity scale. It is called intensity scale or saturation scale. So I'm taking lemon yellow, cadmium red hue, and ultramarine blue. I'm going to be demonstrating how to desaturate this blue because I have already done the other two primaries, which is red and yellow. Okay, so to desaturate the blue, you need to understand the color wheel. I have already asked you to make one of these. If you don't know, go back to my Patreon's beginners start here collection and find a video I show you where you can create a color wheel. If you have already done this, very good. I appreciate that. And you need to look the contrast color of the color you're trying to mix. So we're going to mix blue today. So the contrast of it is the opposite to not the contrast, the complementary of the color, straight opposite to it is orange. So orange is the complementary color to blue. So remember that. Now we're going to mix orange, not just any orange, just pure orange. For that, you'll be taking lots and lots of yellow because yellow is less overpowering than red. A hint of red can make a huge difference. See how much color it has added because yellow is less pigmented than the red. If you can understand what I'm saying. And I'm going to be mixing a lot of orange today, so I'm going to add all of that. We will need a lot of orange to mix this, so we're going to make a whole wheel kind of a thing here. So obviously we will need a lot of orange to mix. My YouTube channel haven't picked up yet, so I don't know what to make tutorials on, because as far as I've done, I think I've done my best to just demonstrate the problems. But okay, now I'm going to start the intensity scale with blue here and orange here and filling the in-between parts. But before that, I need a swatch test or something like that. Okay, let's take this one and just do this. Is it the orange I'm going for? Yes. Okay, got it. We need a swatch card, so I'm going to just keep it here. And I drew that apple for thumbnail purposes, so please don't don't judge me. That's orange we're going for. And blue on the other side. We're gonna keep it here. It is not that opaque, as you can see. It is so loose. So I'm taking a lot of paint along with it. That's the colors we want. Okay, so this is an intensity scale that goes for both of these colors, because to desaturate orange you will be mixing blue. Same goes to the blue. If you want to desaturate blue, you'll be mixing orange. Okay, so now I'm taking blue and a little bit of that orange. It's getting greener because blue ain't bluing. And I think I have added more yellow to the mix. We need more red here because it's turning green, because the yellow in this is overpowering, and we need more yellow red to balance out the orange. I think this is the orange we need. See? All right, yes. Maybe I should be just going over it. It's acrylic, thank God. And I'm gonna just mix it here. Now we're coming, baby. Adding a bit of blue. A lot of blue. We'll just immediately cancel out that color. Still feeling green. How about now? We're gonna be adding more and more yellow, not yellow, orange to the mix anyway, so it will turn green eventually, but not now. Maybe I should just ignore this and mix the fresh mix of here. Okay, let's just mix fresh. Blue. And a bit of orange. Yes, baby girl. That's what I want. The desaturated version of it. To dull a blue, use more orange. be swatching the next. Maybe I should swatch a little stripe like thing because the distance is too low here. That's the color we've gone for. I'm adding more orange now. You will get different types of colors that can be used for like the shadow parts that you paint over this side and stuff like that. This is an orange subject, so you will find shadows of this along this side, but blue has all of these tones that only orange can give. That too, it will look lively and not just bluntly. So adding more and more orange to the mix, we can almost reach to the pure orange that we have mixed over here. Look how earthy that looks. If you would have added black to the mix, it will never look like that one. It will look more flat, and it won't look lively, if you know what I mean. So yeah, adding more and more orange, we're gonna get the pure orange transformation. That's not enough paint. We're almost there. And folks, that's how you desaturate an orange, complementary to the blue. Now we can do the same thing for blue. I'm going to use the blue. Sorry, sometimes I can be dead silent, but it's because I'm focusing on the subject, so please don't mind that. And I'm adding lots and lots of blue to the mix. As I have previously mentioned, we're going to be adding lots of blue here at the first point, because we're doing it in the reverse order now. So the primary color, the main color will be overpowering at first, and then we will reduce the power of it. So I'm going to be adding more blue to this mix, like excessive amount of it. Can you see that? How desaturated that mix is. Yup. Maybe we will need a little more blue to the mix. Wait, I'll just re-squeeze it. A little ASMR. Sorry. And I need more paper towel. Mine is just soaked with water, so I need more of the paper towel. If the paper towel isn't dry, my mind will go crazy, because the brush will start reactivating the wet paper, and then it will just stick to the brush, and it's just messy. I'm sorry. And we're gonna wipe off this side. We ain't gonna be needing that space for now. Okay. Now that we have added a little bit of orange to the mix, can you see that, how desaturated that color looks like? I mean, look. Now, as we did earlier, we're gonna mix more and more of the complement color, and we're gonna go right down the rabbit hole. See how various colors you get with just two colors mixed together? The whole color world is just crazy, and it just fascinates me every time I do a thing like this. Whenever you just don't know what to draw, or when you're hit with a art block or the creative block, as people say, I never hit that, because whenever, maybe if I think I might hit them, because I often find myself, if I'm not interested in painting something, I'll just do scales like this. I just practice things like this, because even though it's just the mixing part, it just enormously helped me in paintings. For example, let me show you. I just placed this tissue papers inside them, because these are acrylics. These are some studies. These are acrylics, and then they stick to each other, and it is annoying, and it's ruining my paintings. So I've done this one though. See, look. These are the ones I'm talking about. They stuck to each other, and then it made a mess like that. See, this is what I do. I have been doing this whenever I feel bored, or I don't know what to paint. I suggest you to do that too. The intensity scale that I'm doing for yellow and orange, no, sorry, orange and blue, I have done that for purple and yellow in one single line. You see the quiet transformation to yellow, and then an intensity value scale for yellow to black, and then yellow to complete white. So it's like white to black, but using yellow in the middle transition, and also white to purple. And this will be enhancing your color mixing abilities. I've done the same thing to red to green because these are the complementaries. And I have made a value scale for the green, like complete white to absolute pure green, and then pure green to absolute black. You see the difference when mixing the complementary, you kind of get a different darker tone than the one that is mixed with the black. See how lifeless like that one looks. But some people prefer adding black to the mix to darken them because it's their vibe, but I prefer more lively subjects because I often paint lively subjects because for apples or for a red apple I would want some warmth to the shadows, so I often find myself looking for green to mix the contrast because it's juicy. It will look beautiful on lively subjects. So that's it. And also I do this whenever I get bored. I will just get a find a color on the Pinterest, and then I'll just try to mix it, and I have just written the formula when I found the exact match, because this color can look easy on the Pinterest, but oh, I can mix that. And it just tries to humble me. This one is an easy exercise because it just took me 6 swatches to get the right one. See how many variants of colors I've got, and it took me less than 30 minutes. I think it looks like it just I just got it done within 15 minutes or something. But then this color, oh my god, it took a lot of practice for this because I was totally off at the first swatch, and it just really humbled me because this green is just cooler. It looked warmer for some reason, so it was really really tough. And also I just got almost close but not close. I used these exact 3 primaries, the lemon yellow, cadmium red, and ultramarine blue for this mix, and I think I need a cool blue for this more mix. Yeah, I think I need the other 3 primaries for that mix, but I called it a day because I was this swatch really humbled me. And this one, see how much variance of browns I've got, and I finally got it. 32 minutes of mixing it, and I have written the formula of this though: 10% white, cadmium red hue, and plus 35%, 85% of blue. See, this is not just the start beginning, this is the beginning. I was like swatching it, and then the page isn't enough, so I have started swatching it in the next page. See, practicing like this will improve your color game a lot. I'm sorry. So yeah, I really really want you to, oh my god, my paint's so drying. I can go on talk about this, but we ain't got that much of time. And I think I might be putting this video out on the YouTube too, because why not? It's getting muddier and muddier and muddier. And it will just transition towards the red. And not red, what am I saying? I'm sorry, I was too concentrated on mixing the color. I was just lost in words. Adding more orange to the mix. This is what I tried to do here, but I was just so involved in it, in the orange, and I just made it like a swatch for orange. Be clear on the goal, folks. Don't be distracted like me. Adding more and more and more orange till I get the pure color of orange. We're almost there. I think I need to swatch a little stripe-like thing. Yep. We're close. So I think it's just straight up orange next time, isn't it? Of course. That's the intensity scale, folks. Even though the orange is overpowering this time, maybe I should just start with the orange and then end with the blue. What should I do? I still could have mixed more here, more blue to it, and yeah, I think I should be doing that one. Let me take more yellow. And I'll save this line for the Patreon. Yeah, that's it, folks. That's how we do the intensity scale. You can refer back to it whenever you are painting and what kind of darkness you want to achieve in your paint. That's it. Okay. The scale will be useful for you in so many ways. So be sure to make one on your own. Okay. Yeah, I'm signing off. And also be sure to make one in a lot of colors. Like I have made this intensity scale for 3 primaries. At least try to do that. It will help you massively. Okay. Bye.